Assalamualaikum and hi. Representing our linear regression project which titled as The Father's Height Influenced the Child Height. First, let me introduce our group members. First, we got Siti Nonakia binti Mahzan with metric number S65699. Second, we got Anis Syafiqah binti Syamsul Bahari with metric number S67922. And last, we got Anis Nur Jaslin binti Mohamad Arifin with metric number S68495. Let's continue our video with introduction.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Anis Syafiqah. My team and I will discuss about our project, which is about does father's height influence his child's height. A father's height can have an influence on a child's height. Numerous studies have examined the relationship between parental height and the height of their offspring, providing insights into the statistical association involved. Into our project, we are searching for answers whether father's height can affect his child's height or not using statistical analysis.
So next, I'm going to talk about definition. What is the definition of population in this project? The population definition is the population for this project is limited to a specific group which consists of a student aged 18 to 22 years old from UMT. Next, for the explanatory variable, which is the father's height. This variable represents the height of the father of the UMT student itself. It serves as explanatory or independent variable in the study. So next, for the response variable, which is the children height. This variable represents the height of the children of the UMT students. It is considered the response or dependent variable, as it is expected to be influenced by the father's height.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Anis Nur Jaslin binti Mohamad Arifin. My metric ID is S68495 and I will be presenting about data collection and also study design. So our group has conducted a survey about height difference because we want to identify whether the father's head is influenced the children's head. So we have made a Google form and shared the Google form with the UMT students. So we randomly picked 12 respondents out of all our respondents to take the data for our assignments. What we have took from the respondents is we asked them about the head of the father and also their head. This data collection only took us a day since the Google form was made. Next, I would like to explain the graphical method used at Excel with the collected data. First, we have to select the data which contain head of father and also head of the children. And then we go to insert and then select the scatter plot. Here is the graph. Here is the scatter graph. And then right click to see the linear lines. Here the linear already set by default, and then we have to take the display equation and display R, so it will appear the equation of y equals to a plus bx. Next, for the summarization of the output, we have to go to data and then we have to select data analysis, and then we have to select which row we want the data analysis to be added, and then here we have to select what is the X data and then what is the Y data. After selecting the data, we press the button OK, and then the summarization will be appear. Here is the summary output from the selected data that we have been chosen. From here we can see the regression statistics and also the coefficient values.
So next, I'm going to talk about the result in this project. So the data analysis revealed a significant correlation between father's height and children's height among UMT students that age 18 to 22 years old. So from the table you can see in the slide, this data we got from a survey using Google Form. Me and my team spread the Google Form link using our social media in order to get a variety of data. From the table, there is more than half that the father's height is higher than their children's height, which for the row 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 11, and 12. Meanwhile, for the row 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, the height of the children is higher than the height of the father. From the graph below, you can see it is a scatter plot graph which plotted using the data from the table that we got from the Google Form. The graph was done using Excel, and the linear line can be drawn after you setting the functional of the shown data. From the graph you can see we got the y equation that equal to 0.3604x plus by 1.0153, and the value of r square is 0.171.
So about our findings, we found out that the linear regression equation is equal to y equal to 0.3604x plus 1.0153. Meanwhile, the correlation of coefficient are equal to plus minus 0.4135. Our hash knot is P equal to 0 and H1 P is not equal to 0. Our critical value is T equal to 1.2845. Our degree of freedom is 10 and alpha 0.05. So from the table T, the value that we got is 2.228. So from the bell graph, we can see that the value is not fall at the critical value. So at alpha equal to 0.05, the hypotheses are not rejected and there is not enough evidence. So there is a relationship between father's height and child's height. So this means the father's height can influence the child's height.
Finally, for this project, we can conclude that the head children is influenced by the father's children. Numerous studies have consistently found a link between father's head and the children's head. These findings can be related to the inheritance of genetic variables that influence head. It is only several elements that influence person's final head. Understanding the interactions between genetics and other environmental factors is critical for analyzing determinants of head in children holistically.